Namaste Zil, it's the Spiritual Daywalker, hashtag Schrödinger's cards, with your tarot card reading for the next new moon phase from 30th of May until 14th of June. Leo, this one is for you. It's a Gemini new moon, so it means for you probably you're gonna be more aware of how you talk to people, because it's about communication, right? And truth. And to me it feels like the new moon resetting the way you're communicating means that you're actually becoming aware of your power, the sheer force you have as like the fixed fire sign. You are the sun, right? And the sun is gonna make things grow and it's gonna make things burn out depending on how this force is used. To me it feels like you're about to learn how to communicate just the right way, because you're always like, you want to move the posse, right? And doing something, being active, doing something beautiful in this reality, yada yada yada. Some water signs though evaporate in the heat, right? And stuff like that. Some air signs, they're just like, you cannot catch them, they're just evasive. So you learn how to communicate exactly the right way to exactly the right people. Right? That's what I'm getting from the energy right now, from this combination. Let's see what the energy is holding for you. That being said, it's a general reading. If the message resonates with you, feel free to drop a comment. If it doesn't, feel free to drop the message, right? But like and subscribe helps out the channel a ton. And yeah, I don't do love readings. If love comes up in this reading, that is on you. That means you're ready for it, you're manifesting it, whatever. But I don't want you to project something into your reality just because I say so, because life is a self-fulfilling prophecy, hence the name Schrödinger's cards, because it's a mirror of your energy, right? It's a mirror of your experience energetically. So we're taking a look at the energy you're moving out of, the energy you're in, and the energy you're moving into. Let's start right away. It's shuffled enough. One more. It wants to be shuffled one more. Just for the feeling of it. And Leo, there you go. You're coming out of a 9 of Wands. That is an interesting energy. It's just before the finish line. You're kind of doubting yourself. Why? Well, why are they not listening? I just want them to feel good. Why they, you know, I made a plan for us to do something on this weekend, whatever, you know, and it's such a great plan and people are just not opting into it. Why? Like, what am I doing wrong? Yeah, well, sometimes you're not doing anything wrong exactly. Sometimes you're just like, well, sometimes the time is not right, whatever. It's not always you. But this self-doubt coming out of this energy, like this is in the past though, right? 9 of Wands is self-doubt a little. It's like, if you can't see the forest because there's so many trees, right? Man sieht den Wald vor lauter Bäumen nicht in German, right? And it's like, that 9 of Wands is kind of doubting yourself, and I feel like if your methods of moving the crowd are not working with the crowd, because the crowd got, you know, everyone has their head up their asses right now because it's so much is changing, right? So if it doesn't work, it might not be exactly about you, but maybe there is something you can do about it, right? And self-doubt is not it. So you're moving out of that energy. The energy you're in right now is the Magician in reverse. Well, why is that manifestation not working, right? Why am I manifesting so much bullshit in my reality? Yeah, well, that's because you're a Leo, right? Because the way you are handling emotions is you're projecting them, usually, not always, but is you're projecting them into your reality for a problem that you can actively solve empirically. So that's why you're like, there's a lot of challenges in your life, but you're most equipped to overcome them. You're a Leo, you're just doing stuff, right? But that's because, like, that's why there is a lot to do for you, because this is just the way you learn. It's like, if there's a feeling that needs to be addressed and you don't want to address it, subconsciously you're going to project it into your reality so you can solve it your way by being active about it and empirical and just, you know, walk it off. Yeah? That's perfect. But somehow you're in that manifesting energy, that magician, in reverse, though means it's a little delayed or you're working through it. There's something rearranging for you within that energy. You're moving into a Ten of Swords in reverse. That is cool. Ten of Swords in reverse means, well, it is closing out the cycle of overthinking, which is interesting. Like, so you have been thinking about how you go about this, why shit doesn't work the way it should work, right? That's because there's some self-doubt in there. And the moment you stop entertaining those thoughts of doubt, with the Ten of Swords in reverse, it's like you're moving out of this overthinking, or you have to move out of this overthinking for you to manifest right. Manifest something you actually truly desire and not something to just challenge you, right? That is very freaking cool. And it is, since when you're moving into a Ten of Swords reverse, I need some clarification on that, because that is very interesting and can mean a lot. But coming from a magician in reverse, it's like, right now you're wondering, why isn't it exactly panning out the way I want it to, right? Why isn't it working exactly? Like, where are my manifestation skills? It used to work in the past for me, why doesn't it work now? Yeah, you've been thinking a lot. And thinking is not exactly the energy where you manifest from. Thinking is the grid you set up, it's the vision you set out, but then you have to color it through feeling into it. And that Nine of Wands energy that you're like, where you're coming from, and dragging it with you into that magician, that self-doubt is not the way you manifest, right? So at a certain point, that Ten of Swords is telling you to just let go of this thinking of the self-doubt. It's like, it's not always you. Sometimes people are just not ready for your energy. They're full of themselves and they're just like, not moving, right? That's okay. The moment you accept that sometimes people are just not open for your stuff, that's when they are able to deal with their stuff and then remember your offer and come back to you when they're ready, right? And when they're ready, that's when you don't have to do nothing at all. You're just taking them with you, right? You don't have to convince anyone of anything. You set out an offer and then let them deal with their bullshit, and when they're ready, they're going to opt for it, and when not, they're like, then it's okay, right? Let's see the overall energy for this reading. It's like, what is this all about? It's the Nine of Coins. It's about generating wealth and abundance in your reality, and not some family stability kind of Ten of Coins BS, but really the Nine of Coins is you tending to your own garden and reaping the rewards, right? So you're learning how to manifest right with this magician you're in right now, but you're only able to manifest right once you let go of the thought patterns that you held on to, that kind of stem from the self-doubt in the past, where you like, just before the finish line, you were like, oh, is this worth it? Like, people are not reacting so well to it. Like, what am I doing wrong? It's like, maybe nothing. Maybe you just need to go for it and stop thinking so much about it. Which is funny, because I actually like when Leos are get into thinking mode, changing their thought patterns in an internal, introspective way. So that's not so common after all. Never mind. It is a lot. Ten of Swords means like you thought enough. That like it's more than enough. It's just like, it's done now, right? Get out of your head about stuff. Let's see the clarifications. The Nine of Wands in the past is clarified by the High Priestess. The Eight of Coins in reverse. And the Page of Wands in reverse. Well, something you felt really intuitively guided about wasn't exactly panning out. Yeah, interesting. Someone didn't want the way you wanted them to, or her, or them, right? So that's that Page of Wands. It's like, hey, this feels good. This feels new and passionate, and let's start this, Let's just, all we got to do is put in the work with this Eight of Cups. But somehow it didn't happen like that, right? The Eight of Cups is in reverse. It's delayed. Someone didn't put in the work. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was them. This Page of Cups, like Page of Wands in reverse. But it felt so divinely guided. What is it? Like you're coming from the High Priestess, asking yourself, why is it not working? Yeah, maybe you have to put in the work to make it work. And it seems like at the time in the past you didn't know what exactly this work was about, because that page energy is in reverse. It's like the passion didn't exactly spark a new beginning. It was the potential for it, but it didn't exactly come through, because some work needed to be put in that you weren't aware of what it is exactly. Like the high priestess, she knows though, right? She usually knows that is like, it's about, like she's divinely guided and stuff. But something was clouding this. Let's see in the clarifications if some more patterns pop up to make this, like, give it a little more sense right here. Five of Coins in reverse. Who had this? Five of Coins in reverse in the exact same position right now. Well, something about your idea of reality, of what you want to manifest is changing. Five is change, right? Five of Coins is having to accept a change in your reality. And since it's clarifying the Magician, it says like having to accept a change in what you want from your reality, what you want reality to be. Something is unaddressed here. And that's why it didn't work in the past, because you were putting in a lot of effort, but it got you only into a state of self-doubt, because you're actually not putting in the work it needed to work out, because you didn't quite know at the time, I guess. Because that Five of Coins right here, it needs to be addressed. Like, what has shifted in your reality, or what is it that you need to shift in your reality? The Hermit in reverse. Well, you got to go take a look inside yourself, right? You got to learn something new. You got to be able to be alone in solitude to find out what it is that you truly want to manifest. Because I know you love being around people, around groups, whatever. The problem with the group is, though, there are so many energies that cloud your own, right? And if you want to know how to manifest what it is that you want, you gotta, like, for some amount of time, you gotta be in solitude, detached from the energies of other people, and to be able to take a look at this Five of Coins in reverse. It's like, yeah, what exactly is making me unhappy in my reality, and how do I change that? That Hermit in reverse is like, take a good look at this, like, be able to sit with yourself. And that's where you find your own energy, your own cravings and needs that make up this Magician energy. You can only do magic, like manifest what you want, if you know what you want, right? And if you're self-doubting because somehow it's not working out as it's supposed to be, because some Page of Wands is not into your divine plan, and it's like, yeah, of course, how can you manifest from an energy like that of self-doubting because someone is like has their head up their ass? It's like, fair enough. You've been hanging in there too long right now. It's like, it's good. Hanged Man is like, it's good that you were able to let go. And red with the Five of Coins in reverse is like, you are actually letting go of the pain that change brings, right? You are actually in the process of letting that go. The only thing crossing it is that you have to take a good look inside yourself, and like detach from some things that are clouding your judgment, right? That's how you manifest. Let's see, like that Ten of Swords is clarified by the Five of Wands in reverse, moving out of conflict, But the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, all right? About a King of Wands. That's very interesting. So the Five of Wands in reverse is like, okay, I'm giving up. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore, right? It's like the Ten of Swords is what we're clarifying here. So if the Five of Wands, which is a change in passion, many passions coming together and not working out, so you have to mix something up. That's where this conflict is coming from. It's like, okay, there's a change in what we desire here, because many desires are crossing and they're not compatible. Like, that's clarifying this overindulgence in thought. That's clarifying your overthinking. So at a certain point you're like, okay, fuck this. I cannot make everyone happy at the same time, right? I have to make myself happy. But this King of Wands right here is like, what is it that I want to manifest? What is my fire energy telling me to do, right? The only thing crossing it is that you still feel this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is kind of like you feel pressured from the outside without realizing that it's actually working for you from the inside. Like, whatever it is you're going through, it says, be aware that you're not repeating old cycles, old habits, right? But also, there is opportunity coming in. This is an opportunity for you to stay grounded in your own energy, right? And manifest something that you truly desire, and then the rest will follow, right? The rest will fucking follow that King of Wands energy right here. You know why I know it? The Nine of Coins. That's what all of this is about. Is generating that wealth and abundance for you. For you, in your reality, and no one else. I know you like people and groups and whatever, and you know, and being with people, right? But this means that you are generating a life for yourself, which can include other people, will include other people, of course. But realize that life is an intersubjective hologram. So whatever it is you're projecting, you're always projecting from your own energy. You should, right? And what it is you're experiencing is your reality that is intersubjectively linked, synchronized with other consciousnesses. But your reality is your reality. So whatever abundance you're manifesting, you're only manifesting for yourself. And you're coming to terms with that. You're coming to terms with that. And that is so cool. Like, the Magician in reverse is your current energy. So you're learning how to manifest the right way once you address the Five of Coins, when you actually dare to be in solitude, go into hermit mode and get, like, deal with this Hanged Man energy. It says a little, hang in there, you're getting there, but for getting there, you need to find your own inner light. You need to detach from like groups and people, whatever, give yourself some time to feel into what it is that has changed within you, right? And what it is you actually want to change about your reality, right? And that's where you manifest from. And it's going to take you into an energy that you realize, well, I don't want to think about it that much. I've been working on myself and working on myself, and now it's time for something to happen right here. And if I don't want to put up with their shit, then I don't have to put up with their shit. That's this Five of Wands in reverse right here. It's like, I don't want conflict. If there's conflict, then fuck it, right? I'm not dealing with this. I'm the King of Wands. I know what I want, and I'm going for it. I don't hate anyone for not coming, right? Because, like, I'm a king, I'm a mature masculine energy right here, right? That is mature. However, yeah, you're stopped to deal with other people's bullshit. You're dealing with your own bullshit now, which is really cool, because this is what's going to propel you forward and make the universe, like, work for you. That's fortune right here. That is fortune. You just have to accept that your fortune is not exactly coming from the outside, but it's coming from within once you accept that you don't have to be a people pleaser. But the moment you are in your own energy, like that King of Wands is right here, and you feel that passion, that's when you drag people along automatically. You don't have to say or do anything, but take care of your own energy and what you truly want, and the change within your own stability and within yourself, right? Own that change. Take a good look in what your path is with discernment right here. And that's when people are going to come along. The moment you stop caring, that's when people are going to come along, because that's when you detach, be all in your own energy, and that's where you manifest that 9 of coins from. This is so beautiful. Leo, this is really freaking beautiful. You're learning how to manifest all the good stuff. Let's see one more advice card from the universe. Yeah, it's death. Scorpio energy, transitioning, right? Look at this. It's transitioning. Death card is a good card. It means that something is falling away that is not serving you, and you have to not do anything about it. You have to only accept it. Accept that it's falling away, that there needs to be a transition, right? And it's opening you up for something new, for something that is not tied to some Page of Wands, youthful energy that is not really holding his liquor, or whatever. It's like, yeah, I can do this, whatever, but it's actually not mature enough for you, because you were in that high priestess in the past, and then try to put in some work that hasn't been fruitful. Nah, fuck that shit. You are in magician mode, and you're learning how to address the change that is within you. You're learning how to address it, get out of hangman mode, and just step into your King of Wands. And that's this transition right here. So this card, as an advice, it tells you to let it die, right? To let some things die for some new things to be reborn, like to be born, right? This is rebirth right here. Death always means rebirth. And that's very beautiful. Leo, definitely. As I said in the beginning, you're learning how to communicate to people. But that means not trying to please them. As it seems on the cards, it means that you stop trying to persuade people. You'll stop trying to persuade people. Stop with the arguments with the 10 of Swords. Stop with accepting conflict as something you have to go through, right? Stop accepting outside influences to determine your fate. That Wheel of Fortune is conspiring for you once you let it. Once you get back into your King of Wands energy, it's like, okay, this is what I want, and I know this is my passion, and this is a beautiful energy. If you want to come, come. But I'm not going to pressure you into doing something, whatever. If you want to stay behind, stay behind. I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to hold you back. You're not going to hold me back. I'm just letting things happen. Let things happen the way you want it to, Leo. That's how you manifest that 9 of coins. Like that. That is your happiness right here. Your abundance right here. No one else's. No groups, no families, no nothing. That's you. It can mean a lot of things, whatever it means for you, right? But you're focusing on what you want and what you need to let die to be able to make some room for what you truly desire and let that come in. That's a beautiful energy to be in. You're like in magician mode. All you need to do is meditate, right? And look what's inside, what needs shifting, and why you're always trying to please people that cannot be pleased. Fuck them, right? Like, lead by example, not by persuasion, right? You lead by example. You incorporate the energy you want people to experience. That's when they learn how to experience that, because they see you incorporating it. That's That's how they learn to incorporate themselves, you know. It's like, that's exactly it. Lead by example, Leo. You can do it. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comments or DMs or whatever. Check out my Instagram at the Spiritual Daywalker, and yeah, enjoy this energy. You are well on your way to that 9 of coins. That is so beautiful, Leo. Enjoy. I love you.